What's up, peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. Hey, 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 hey. Another day with Mr. A. Happy A Day, y'all. I'm going to give my 2 cents on the Ayesha Curry getting on this podcast, bumping her gums.
Don't want to be laws against you yapping your jaws.
I appreciate it because it gives good talking points. However, I'm not going to go where you guys think I'm going to go. I'm going to blame both parties on this one. I'm going to blame both parties because hearing her talk, she was being honest about who she was. And the fact that this dude pursued this, even though she had this energy, leads me to believe that there's something just missing there. And again, as Tate so eloquently stated,
You choose is a huge representation. The woman you choose is a huge representation of you.
the woman you choose is a huge representation of you. I told you I'm not going where you guys think I'm going again because I'm blaming both parties. I'm blaming both parties on this one. She is what she is, and Mr. Curry over here thinks he can win the unconditional love and romance. And again, we already know that you can't satiate Eve, man.
About women, I think I learned exactly how the fall of man occurred in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, "Wow, Eve, here we are, one with nature, one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die, and all our dreams come true the instant that we have them." And Eve said, "Yeah, it's just not enough, is it?"
Well, that's not funny.
I was just waiting for more.
Well, that was kind of his point.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I can't even front, man. But yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm getting to thinking because it's like, okay, I've been saying this for the longest time. There's both parties. There's a spirit of delusion. There's something, in my opinion, that Steph Curry is missing because the fact that he knows this, he knows that this woman feels like this, but he still chose to get married to her and put babies in her. And again, this tells me he's under the nice guy ideology here.
One online post put it this way: I was led to believe that being good to someone meant I could win their heart, but in reality, I was just paying for an illusion.
We'll put a pin in that. I'm going to get back to that. I told you, man, I like to cover all bases, man, because a lot of guys going to sit up here and just shit on this. But again, this woman's going to tell you what type of woman she is at the very start. Unless she was lying, unless she lied about this, the fact that she went through with it, tells me she's a piece of shit on top of that. But she shouldn't have married the guy if she felt like this. But let's go down a rabbit hole in this.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it.
Steph Curry pursued her, guys. Steph Curry chased after her. She was in the streets looking at Pook. He tried to win her over. You got to keep that in mind. See, people want to ignore this part. I got to break this down because this is the result of all this. You can't make that woman love you. No matter if you're we in this space, what do we tell men? Go out there and become something. Go out there and get leverage and options. Go out there and get your status. But that don't guarantee you're going to win that woman's heart and affection and genuine attraction. You should do that for you. That don't guarantee, as I was led to believe, if I be kind to somebody and give and try to give her this perfect life, that I'm going to, in turn, get unconditional love. It doesn't work like that, man. I told you, man. Again, you can click off. I gotta be real out here, man.
Can do is support and represent your husband well.
Want to get married? I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it.
Best thing that you can do is support and represent your husband well. We don't hear nothing negative about Steph.
I agree with that statement, but what if she never wanted to be there at the beginning? What if she didn't? Now again, she shouldn't have got involved with him. This is why I got to get on her ass too. She shouldn't have got involved with him, but again, she never wanted to do that in the beginning. And again, case in point, look at where we are. We're at raid boss level now. She was level 1, talking about she don't want no goddamn kids and want to be married. Now it's exploded. Now we're at raid boss, and she on this podcast running her goddamn mouth.
That we've ever heard in relation to Steph Curry has to do with his wife.
And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
This woman's a modern woman, sounding like all the women nowadays, Miss Independence, drinking from the cup of lemmings. You know damn well she wasn't a virgin when she got involved with him, so she already got the soul ties. So this is how she was thinking before she got involved with this guy. And he went on ahead and got married to her. He went on ahead and put babies in her and gave her this lifestyle. And of course it's not enough because she never wanted to begin with. You can't make this woman like you, bro. No matter if you're the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, you're a high-value man, still don't guarantee you're going to get her love and affection. I told you guys, man, I gotta be real out here. Let's keep going.
When men don't marry you, especially when they're young and dumb, see, my mind has graduated from when I was 30 years old. When I was 30 years old, I didn't understand enough about life because I was brought up in a single mother household, and my mother did her best to teach me what she could teach me, but I didn't know what it's like to be a man. So when I was 30 years old, I got married because I wanted to keep my woman. But nowadays, I wouldn't get married to keep no teach me, but I didn't know what it's like to be a man. So when I was 30 years old, I got married because I wanted to keep my woman. But nowadays, I'm married because I wanted to keep my woman.
How many dudes do that? How many guys do that? A lot of guys do that. Think if I get married to her, that's going to keep her. Steph Curry did that. Steph Curry did that. He chased after her. That's not the guy that she wanted. If I get married and then in turn be kind to her, I then will get unconditional love. As you can see, those soul ties she already belongs to the streets. Put kids in her, 4 kids. Got the luxurious life. You got heaven. It ain't enough. Nope, she wants more. But she was like this at the freaking very beginning. What is it about Steph Curry that didn't see that? What is it about him that didn't see that? I told y'all, y'all might not like the take I'm doing on this. What is it about him? And this is so many men. What is it about these dudes that aren't seeing this? What are you chasing after?
Most people do not love. They cling. They use love as an excuse to be in a relationship or to desire a relationship. But the relationship really isn't love. It's 2 people clinging to each other. Most people do not love, they cling. They use the other as a shield against their own existence. Shield. Use the other as a shield against their own existence. They use the other as a shield against their own existence.
I like the way he worded that. Again, I'm going to expand upon it. Again, I like the way he worded that. That's why I use that clip. They use relationships as a shield from their own existence. There is something in Steph Curry that didn't see this woman for what she was at the very start of the relationship, like so many other dudes, because he don't know who the hell he is. He's chasing this idea of love instead of trying to figure out who the hell he is. Like Corey Holcomb said, I just married that woman because I wanted to keep her. I thought that was going to keep her at 30. How'd that work out for him? How's this working out for Steph Curry? Why is she getting up here bumping her gums? Guys, there's reasons for all this, bro. Again, that's why I said on my channel, internal cultivation strikes again. It doesn't matter. You can give her the freaking world and it still won't be enough. Let's keep going. I told you, man, y'all might not like my take, but this is my take. You can click off if you don't agree. I don't care. I'm not arguing with you. This is what I see it, and I'm calling it, man.
Wouldn't get married to keep. She could teach me, but I didn't know what it's like to be a man. So when I was 30 years old, I got married because I wanted to keep my woman. But nowadays, I wouldn't get married to keep no.
Because that's not the reason you do.
If I get married, I'm gonna get married because this person is solid and respectable.
Was Ayesha Curry solid and respectable? Talking about her independence, saying Steph Curry had to chase after her? 2 peas and the mother sucking pie. The fact that she went along with it as well, again, she shouldn't have got married to that dude. I wonder if he knew this at the very start. And even if he didn't, he should have sensed it in his spirit as far as I'm concerned, because she's operating in that energy. Case in point, right now, she's on here yapping her gums for the whole world to see right now.
I strongly believe that a lot of these women, married or not, are aiding, into this feminist perspective. I am woman, hear me roar, and you are much more than whatever role that you're dealt.
The biggest lie society tells women is that in order to be a woman, you have to fall into those social norms. I just don't think it's fair.
What I find is that a lot of these women are speaking out against the role, even though they're in the role, right? Even though they have the husband and the kids.
Whose fault is that, though? Again, I can't just shit on these women all the time, too, because dudes got to take accountability here as well. Feeding the nice guy romance. I am told if I do be A, B, and C, I'll get unconditional love and affection. Playing the nice guy role. And meanwhile, she's not even there at the very start. This is just my opinion. I get it. Y'all, if y'all still listening, it is what it is. But if not,
they speak out like, "Oh, you don't have to aspire for this. You can do so much more." Meanwhile, you're doing that.
It's a death sentence for a lot of women because you feel constant pressure and negativity on you to be something that you just might not be, and that's okay. There's so many friends like right now that think they need to have a child in order to be feel like a woman or experience what being a woman is. There are other ways.
Because as you all know,
I can't really disagree with that, because I say the same thing. Dudes I gotta be in a relationship. I gotta be in love. I gotta have kids. I gotta have sex. I gotta be with the woman in order to feel like a man. These women are free, bro. They're the phoenix. Dudes are trying to tame the phoenix. And it's always been like this too, by the way. Let's go back to the golden times because y'all had to give them chastity belts and try to keep them away from their nature. But they've always felt like this. Most women don't like most dudes. Dudes don't want to hear this, man. And again, the solution is to learn to love yourself and live life outside of all that. A lot of these women are. A lot of these women are doing it. What Coach say? Women are in love. Men are in love. Women are in business. Steph Curry, again, he chased after her. She had this mentality before this dude chased after her. She was this. She was what you guys are hearing right now at the very start.
Talking about Ayesha Curry for years, and when the very first cracks in her marketing of herself is this nice, pure housewife, and she's telling all these other females, "Oh, why don't you be more modest and ostentatious looking and thottish?" I mean, boy, the males everywhere, men everywhere were saying, finally, a woman who understands it and gets it. And it was the men who held her up, but
You can't keep the facade up. You can only keep the mask up for so long. You can only keep it up for so long.
I started seeing problems early on.
And I feel like we should have taken it as a red flag when she was sitting down with Auntie Jada Pinkett Smith at the Red Table Talk the first time.
Of any of that. I have zero, it sounds weird, but male attention.
Guys, she never wanted to get married at the very start. Again. And Steph Curry knows this. Steph Curry heard these interviews. He knows this. Why is he still sticking with her? There's something in him that's fucked up. There's something in him that's fucked up. There's something that he doesn't want to accept. He started out at the very beginning chasing after her. That tells me he has a hole inside of him. He needs to do some internal cultivation. Why is he still trying to force this to happen? This dude should already been and had her bags packed. But he's not doing it. Why is that? He's under the freaking fairy tale indoctrination as well. I keep telling you there's a spiritual kinsmanship there. She's full of shit for going down with it and doing it and being a part of it as well. Because now you got kids involved under this goddamn spirit. Under the spirit of illusion, ghosts chasing ghosts.
You have said about your husband, or anything that you have said that is kind of going against the idea or the thought process of marriage, is going to put you under a microscope.
She envies the thought's ability to get those primal sexual male reactions, that she doesn't feel validated.
He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and favor from the Lord. Does it sound like Steph Curry got favor? Does it sound like Steph Curry has a wife? What is it? What is it, guys? What is it? Let's be real out here. There is something internal that again, he brought this on himself. He chased after her. The woman that you choose is a huge representation of you.
You choose is a huge representation of you.
So if she's a mirror of Steph Curry and she's like this, what is it about Steph Curry that's pulling that in? And a lot of guys are like this. I'm not gonna just shit on Ayesha Curry because both of these people belong together. Matches made in hell. This is just my opinion because a lot of guys ain't gonna talk like this. Y'all gonna sit up there and shit on her because a lot of you dudes are romantic. Y'all fell for the societal bullcrap of being a man is, and if I do A, B, and C, I'm gonna get unconditional love, man. The freaking romance. Programs begetting programs. This is my opinion again, y'all. Yeah. If you're still here, this is how I call it, how I see it, man.
Validated on their terms, she aspires to be like them. Primal sexual male reactions. That she doesn't feel validated. That she wants to be validated on their terms. She aspires to be like them, not the other way around.
She said at the very start she didn't want to get married to have kids.
She doesn't see that she is what they should aspire to be. She's married to a peak value man.
That don't matter. Again, that's why I'm doing this video. They don't matter. Going out there getting all that money and status, that doesn't guarantee that woman gonna love your ass. So we need to tell dudes that, yeah, you need to go out there and try to be the best version of yourself, but that don't guarantee that you're gonna get unconditional love. Told you, bro, we black pill over here, man. Let's keep it a buck.
I'm the baddest three-point shooting. I'm a Christian man. I done did everything I can do. I got 4 or 5 kids with you. I'm home every night. I ain't got no scandals. I could be out with any woman on a yacht. You've never seen that because it seems like she just rappers and athletes that's not Stephen Curry. I think she wants street. If just looking at her, she want to spin the gamut with the street cat, and that's what she's gonna do. When and if Steph Curry and children get of age, she's gonna be one of those older women that get banged out by YNs. That's just my opinion.
Absolutely.
May not like my delivery, but that's what I think she's gonna do.
He's a placeholder.
Because the way this woman is speaking, it's inevitable. She's gonna do what she set out to do.
Absolutely.
Also, I feel so bad for Ayesha Curry. And the way that men respond to her every time she's honest about the realities of motherhood and wifehood is exactly why I never wanted to be a wife or a mother. Men act like saying anything less than "it's the most amazing thing that ever happened in my life and I wouldn't trade it for the world" is blasphemy. Like, and it's because it disrupts this fantasy world that they live in where they think all women want: clean my dirty drawers and raise my children. That's all they want. And what?
Guys, I can't disagree with what she's saying. I can't. Now, dudes will hear this and be like Steph Curry. I can change. I'm gonna put a ring. I'm gonna put a baby in her, try to marry her. I can't disagree with what she just said right there. Listen to what they said and judge them by their actions as well. Having whole phases in their 20s and all that. These aren't wives. And again, the couple lemmings. We all fuck the same hoes. Y'all don't like when they're all connected. Whether they outright telling you or whether they just hiding it. They still connected spiritually. Y'all don't want to hear this though, because again, what she just say.
And it's because other men act like Ayesha Curry, and the way that men respond to her every time she's honest about the realities of motherhood and wifehood is exactly why I never wanted to be a wife or a mother. Men act like saying anything less than "it's the most amazing thing that ever happened in my life and I wouldn't trade it for the world" is blasphemy. Like, and it's because it disrupts this fantasy world that they live in where they think all women want: clean my dirty drawers and raise my children. That's all they want. And once they have that, they'll be happy.
It kills that fantasy. I can sit up here and shit on women being romantic and having this ideology, but a lot of dudes are romantic out here. A lot of dudes are romantic. Again, hey. Why
you pulling me? I'm right.
A lot of you guys want to be this nigga.
I need my wife.
This is a lot of you guys.
I need my wife. Mm-hmm. And I don't ever want that to be confused nowhere.
To Steph Curry, too.
So much of who I am is because of who my wife has been in my life. Mm-hmm. It's because of who you've been in my life. You have given me everything that I need to have the desire and the drive and all of that stuff developed in me to want to be able to become more, to do more, to be more intentional, to give a little bit more effort, to show up better for myself and in the world and all of that stuff. Like, you contributed to a lot of that. And I've learned that being with you. And that's how you've contributed to me being able to learn a lot of the lessons that I've learned as a man, as a husband, as a father. Mm-hmm. I've gotten a lot of that stuff just from us being together. Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't have learned these things had you not been there. Mm-hmm. So I give you all that credit. Mm-hmm. Because you created a space for me to be able to learn that stuff and to grow in those ways.
Yeah.
Like, that's what my wife does for me. That's what my spouse, my partner, my best friend, that's what she does for me. That's what you have done for me.
Most people do not love, they cling. They use the other as a shield against their own existence.
That dude's a walking, talking simulation. Downloaded this romantic ideology that's been fed to us since we were children. Like my girl so eloquently stated, dudes have this freaking idea, this program that a woman's supposed to do all this. There ain't no virtuous woman. They talk about King Solomon. That's romance. Most of these women out here have been tainted AF, and they hooked on these phones, and they all follow this freaking couple living independent program. Be real, be upfront, but you dudes want to force it. Steph Curry's forcing it. This is why she's getting on here bumping her freaking gums, bro.
Don't want to be lost against you yapping your jaws.
I appreciate it. She being real. He chased after her. I'm going to keep repeating this. People forgetting this. You can't make that woman like you, man. And going out here being the number one three-point shooter, going out getting all the status and the money does not guarantee that. I told you, I'm keeping it real over here, bro. You ain't gonna hear too many dudes talking like this, man.
That American women, in response to
clean my dirty drawers and raise my children. That's all they want. And once they have that, they'll be happy. And that's all they should want.
That American women, in response to this, are going, oh, I can make my own money and I don't have to have kids and go through the painful process of labor and raising children alone.
The truth is being exposed. Dudes don't want y'all just in denial about this, man.
And I don't have to pretend to like someone's grubby little son in order to make ends meet, in order to survive. I have literally all the options in the world. Oh, I'm going to be a career woman and I'm going to be alone. And men's response to this is, better renew my passport, because you guys are the ones who are afraid to be alone. You guys are the ones who would rather fly to a foreign country and find a wife than be alone.
I can't disagree with her, y'all. When I get up here talking about not having sex, how y'all project that shit onto me, I cannot disagree with this. I can't disagree with her, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't disagree with it. I can tell you a couple, three things. How y'all project your loneliness because you chasing after this idea of love and romance and then shielding yourself from your own existence. Some of you dudes, oh, life ain't worth living. I'm going to just delete myself. I can't disagree with the Jesse over there. You guys are seeing the truth. You guys are seeing the truth. Everything's being revealed right now. Most women don't like most dudes. What does that mean? Internal cultivation is your salvation. Learn to love yourself and mean it. If you get one, enjoy the ride. Ain't nothing guaranteed, bro. I don't even see why you want to cohabitate with one. But dudes do, because again, I have to agree with old girl right here. Sorry, y'all.
Who are afraid to be alone. A wee little son, in order to make ends meet, in order to survive, I have literally all the options in the world. Oh, I'm going to be a career woman and I'm going to be alone. And men's response,
a lot of you guys think, oh, you guys going to be by yourselves alone. Like, a lot of these women would rather be by themselves than be with a lot of you dudes. A lot of these women will choose hell over being up under one of you dudes, letting you, mounting her and being in that paradise. A lot of these women will choose the desert. So y'all don't want to hear that answer either. Y'all don't want to hear that shit. A lot of these women going to double down and be by them damn self. The depopulation agenda is here, baby. They would rather be by themselves and be with you romantic gumps out here. Hey, man, I'm keeping the buck. I told you, there's a reason I only had 3,000 subs in 8 years. I got to be honest, man. This woman was what she was at the very start, but he deluded himself. I can love her. I can pull a Bart Simpson. Where my nigga Bart at? We flowing over here. Where Bart at?
Oh, wait, hear my plan. Put up with her for 7 more years. Then we'll get married. Once the first baby comes along, she's bound to settle down and start treating me right. After all, I deserve it.
Nope, doesn't work like that, man. It does not work like that.
To this is better renew my passport. Children alone, and I don't have to pretend to like someone's grubby little son in order to make ends meet, in order to survive. I have literally all the options in the world. Oh, I'm gonna be a career woman and I'm gonna be alone. And men's response to this is better renew my passport.
I'm sorry, shit's funny. Because I'll be laughing at that. Bros, your dudes can't stand me by themselves, man. I can tell you a couple, 3 things. I get her talking about not having sex. Don't be projecting y'all loneliness onto me, your lust and loneliness onto me. Don't be doing that shit. I've been seeing through this crap. Man, the more I be growing and the more I be learning, I've been realizing I'm about as free as you can be from all this crap. About as much as you can be. If I could just figure out how to just become financially independent and just disappear off the fucking face, be by myself too, and just, I want air conditioning and heating. I'd like to be, perfect world me, be on an island and just have food delivered to me, but I still got air conditioning, heating, and Wi-Fi because I want to still be able to game and stuff. But just be away from all y'all and just be by my goddamn self, off the grid, leave me alone. That'd be heaven for me, bro. Real talk. I ain't got to worry about no goddamn job. I'm good. I'm like on a mini Garden of Eden. That's the idea from Mr. A, bro. I gotta agree with my girl here.
Oh, I'm gonna be a career woman and I'm gonna be alone. And men's response to this is better renew my passport, because you guys are the ones who are afraid to be alone. You guys are the ones who would rather fly to a foreign country and find a wife than be alone. How ironic is that?
I can't disagree with that, bro. I can't disagree. I know. I already know. This ain't.
Why you pulling me? I'm right.
I know I can get up here and roast women and shit, but I have to be honest. Both parties are equally responsible as far as I'm concerned here. Let's keep going. That's pretty funny.
Ironic is that? You don't see the irony?
I do.
Ladies, stop wasting your 20s finding love. Find money and a career instead.
They're telling you what they're about. Now, yes, a lot of them will crash and burn and be looking for the human wallet afterwards, but a lot of them like, fuck it. You got some of them that'll try to regret it and they want the comfort and all that, but some of them are like, screw it. And the only reason why they're regretting it is because they're just surviving at that point. They're just looking for a freaking sentient wallet. There's no love there because they already made their decision. When they went to have sex and have fun in their 20s, they made their choice right off the rip. They made their decision. It's like that video I did the other day. The freaking 30-year-old virgin hooked up that woman that had a whole face, and then she finds Jeebus. She made her choice when she chose the streets, and that wasn't everybody makes mistakes. That's who she is, and that's what she chose. That dude, it ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when that shit chews him up and spits him out. Then he gonna make a MGTOW videos talking about understand women.
A man who...
Ladies, stop wasting your 20s finding love. Find money and a career instead.
A man who is not lost will not marry a disrespectful... Only way we marry disrespectful when we lost. And who is not lost will not marry a disrespectful... A man who is not lost will not marry a disrespectful...
A man who is not lost. Good shit, Corey. I haven't listened to all this. I mean, I did, but I forgot. But yeah, I'm glad. I said at the beginning. What is it about Steph Curry that chose to chase after a woman? Steph Curry is lost. He's downloaded the societal. He's wearing the nice guy societal suit, and thinks if he does that, I'm going to get unconditional love. This dude knows that this woman's talking this shit, but he's going to double down on being a nice guy. And she's going to chew him up and spit him out. She might wait till the kids are grown and then divorce his ass if she's smart. If she's smart, she's going to use her little chest piece. She's going to use a little placeholder and milk it dry if she's smart. But Steph Curry is lost like so many other men, basing their self-worth on a freaking woman, relationships. You're nothing. I don't exist unless I don't exist unless I'm needed. I'm a hubby. We need that affection. I need my wife. Huh? The woman you pick is a huge representation of you.
You choose is a huge representation of you.
She's representing Steph Curry, and she's talking like this. This is what happens when you're a lost man trying to sit up here and make a Eve happy in the Garden of Eden, because that's not your freaking charge, first of all. Adam, that's not your charge. She is not your charge. You're her charge, but you've already established most of these women are under the Jezebel independent ideology. Godspeed. But you dudes want to wipe them up and put babies in them, think it's going to change them. Let these hoes be hoes, man. I got to agree with the coach. If you're going to go that route, just lease them out and then send them on their way. Dudes are doubling down this idea of romance. I want her to like me for me ass ninjas. Good shit, Corey. I like that.
Only way we marry disrespectful bitch when we've lost and we don't know what we need to know, because it ends up in a courthouse.
Right.
The end of the relationship is up in a courthouse.
I gotta play that again, bro.
Money
That's
and a
good
career
shit.
instead.
That's good shit.
A man who is
I'm about to
not
cut this.
lost will not marry a disrespectful.
And again, those of you that are woke, those of you that have your eyes open, what happens? What happens when you're truthful and you're being upfront? What do most of these women do? They're going to scatter. You're going to repel most women because you got to be under the spirit of delusion to mess with most of these women. Most dudes cannot be upfront and tell them what it is unless you got the money, unless you paying, unless you tricking like Coach. But on your own merits, I want her to like me for me. You're going to tell her up front? No. You're going to have some type of finances and status to do that. That is what it is, bro. But that still don't guarantee she going to love your ass. If you're going to do all that, do it for you. Not to try to get some unconditional love from a woman chasing some illusion. That's good shit, Corey. I like that, man.
Only way we marry disrespectful bitch when we've lost and we don't know what we need to know, because it ends up in a courthouse.
Right.
The end of the relationship ends up in a courthouse.
Not
But a woman who's never been married talking to a woman that's been married don't sound right to me. If a woman is talking about another woman who ain't never been married, y'all both on the same level. But if a woman who ain't never got to do it is talking about a woman who has been married before, that seems strange.
On the right side of your screen, you ignore this at your peril. But can we just be totally honest? This dichotomy you see on your screen, this is modern womanhood today. If you want to know why it is, ladies, there's so many men today.
Showing her twerking, and when she was twerking in that kitchen. She was this at the very beginning, y'all. Dudes need to be paying attention because they be telling on themselves.
Getting married is because they understand the bait and switch. They understand the bait and switch. We can go through your phone and listen to the music that you listen to. We can take a look at the females that you emulate and idolize. We can take a look at the people that you, we take a look at all these signs and we add it up and we realize right now we're dealing with a world full of bait and switch.
Or how about her past, her sexual past, the dude she let knock out her bottom and create the soul ties. Then you got these ninjas out here, oh, I don't want to question her past. That was before I knew her. You lose. Good day, sir. I don't want to question her past. The way they try to call you insecure and stuff. When you try to tie their past and look at the patterns. Oh, don't pay attention to that. Oh, no, don't look at my past. They'll try to call you insecure and shame you. There's a reason for that. They know they out here getting all the sausages.
Going to be one thing until the day they can't pretend it any longer.
I don't think me.
Right now we're dealing with a world full of bait and switch. That they pretend to be one thing until the day they can't pretend it any longer.
Again, that's a spirit of deception. If she's pretending and she's deceiving, that's an energy. That's going to be vibrating on a certain frequency. Dudes out here are lost, don't see it, or they just lie to themselves. They want to chase this fairy tale so much they just ignore all that. You can't fake that shit. And again, I don't know. If she's telling me at the very start that she was like this, she didn't want to be married, she didn't want kids, and if she told this dude that she wanted it, she's a piece of shit. But if something tells me she went along with it and didn't tell him this, but he still should have sensed it, but he's lost too though. Again, match is made in hell. Match is made in hell. There's a spiritual connection there. And kids are involved. That's what tripped me out. Kids are involved.
I don't think men in the United States are trained to pick a wife worth a dime. In the United States, men marry who they want to marry, which is the worst thing in the world you can ever do. Your wife is someone who actually, what do they used to marry who they want to marry, which is the worst thing in the world you can ever do. Your wife is someone who actually, what do they used to do back in the day? They used to choose a wife for you. What is that called?
Arranged.
You need to be arranged to your wife to have the best chance of it working out, where the families can help the families. A wife that you pick because you want her is going to destroy your family.
Corey Holcomb spent some bars on this one. I can't even front, man.
The foundation of what a marriage can help build dynasties, build families up. But unfortunately, I'm not saying other people, I'm saying we, especially men in the United States of America, wind up marrying the girl we want to marry. Then we get our ass kicked in the game of life, and we be smarter afterwards. Most of us, after we have been ran through court, put down, it ain't never enough. That's when smart men be like, I ain't doing that no more. I will never do that. That's slavery.
Steph Curry is still under the nice guy fairy tale. He's still wearing he got the nice guy, good man equipment. He's still locked in. He thinks he can love his way into, he thinks he can nice his way into her love and affection. It's going to work itself out. Travis Hunter's another one's going to get chewed up and spit out. He's following it. There's a reason for this, man. Make obedient slaves, obedient servants. Keep you so preoccupied with being a freaking external drone instead of being an independent individual.
Clean. Use the other. They use the other as a shield against their own existence.
This society don't want people out here free thinking and questioning things and going against the program. They need obedient servants, obedient slaves. 98% of people in Satan's pocket. It's too late now. AI's here. They didn't pacify us so long. They don't need us now. Now you're about to start seeing some Terminator shit. AI's here now. Ain't that some shit? They use the bottom of the pyramid and insects, according to them, insects, the ants. They pacified us so long they don't need us now. They use and abuse us, and then now they don't need us no more. That's why all the shit about to start coming to a head. It's not deep, man.
Men who keep getting married to run you to the courthouse and destroy you, you're autistic. After you get f***ed over real good by the system, the system provides tools for her to take your earnings that you went to school for and took out loans for and everything. You go to school, you get this education, and it helps you provide for your family. She has rights to all that as your wife.
Ladies, gentlemen of Polite Savage, we are now about to...
Like Ayesha Curry's old clip when she was on Call Me Daddy or whatever that podcast is recirculating over on Twitter, X, and TikTok, stirring up the pot, kicking the hornet's nest of the modern woman's timeline and social media feed, where this old clip is still circulating on a weekly basis. This is how serious this disrespect is. Where I'm gonna have to say it's on every modern woman's subconscious mind, whether they would like to admit it or not, is that they want the authority to say whatever comes to mind, to let them indulge in their soft girl fantasy and live vicariously through Ayesha Curry.
Tesla called it in the 20s. He called it. This modern day liberated woman is gonna be the downfall of society, bro. He called it in the 20s, bro. Where has it? And again, most women have downloaded that. So good luck trying to find a woman who's navigated them. I'm gonna keep repeating that. They actually call women who do that pick-me's. They make fun of women who do that. Just like that dude talking about his wife, you will never, ever hear a woman talking about a man like that. You might hear one or two, but 99% of women are not going to talk about a man like that. But you'll hear Gump say that. You'll hear Deontay Wilder say that. You're needed. I want you. I ain't nothing without you. Oh yeah, you'll hear the guy say that, but you ain't gonna hear no woman say that ever, ever.
to be walking in the shoes of Ayesha Curry, then this is exactly what she wants to do. She wants to go and tell the Sinister Sisterhood that disrespecting her husband is part of speaking her truth. She should have been able to live out her whole phase as mess around with street dudes and choose to go after her career over choosing to be with a superstar, 7-8-figure deals with a stand-up dude, record-breaking, 4-time champion, multiple-time all-star.
All that, you still can't get a woman to love you. So that's great, all those external accolades. But if you don't have that internal worth, that internal wisdom, you're not lost. All that means nothing. Because you think that would, is she in love with this dude? No, she on the podcast running her goddamn mouth. So all that shit don't matter. Lessons to be learned here. Again, this is my opinion if you're still here.
Hall of Fame legend in Steph Curry. Instead, Ayesha Curry's got to go and tell her truth by expressing her regret in being unable to continue in her pursuit and jumping on the movie screens and becoming a Hollywood star.
Did you feel like you had to pick between your career and your relationship at that point?
Yes. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted.
You still chose. So that's why I have an issue with this. Did you tell him that up front, or did you just play along with it like it's something you wanted to do? And again, regardless, they both belong together. They both belong together. There's the spirit of deception on her part, and the spirit of delusion on his part. Matches made in hell. Again, it's everybody else's fault but hers. You went along with it. You went along with being with the placeholder. She's trying to get the bag, y'all. She's trying to get the bag.
Interesting. I spent my entire life, after we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
Did he notice at the start? We don't know. Whether he knew it or not, that spirit was there. And again, if he wasn't lost, chasing after this freaking fairy tale, using a relationship to shield himself from himself, he should have seen this, because this is a spirit. You can't fake this, man. So him lying to himself overlooked that. So whether she said it or not, in my opinion, he should have been able to sense that with his spider sense. But he pursued the nice guy route and chased after her. He pursued her.
Like a career woman, a certified
too, and I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
She had this idea of being like a career woman, a certified boss chick with no husband and no kids.
I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that.
She wanted to be an actress, okay? And so she really believed that she was going to be the one, that person in the limelight, all the attention on her, all eyes on her, doing her thing.
Can we talk about, so you graduated high school early to move to LA to start your acting career.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, the way in which she now talks about marriage, it's like comical to her that she's not living out what she envisioned for herself, and that she took such a turn.
And then it happened so early in my life. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this.
Again, he should already had her bags packed, but he's not going to do it. He should have already had her bags packed and booted her through the uprights, but he's not going to do it because he's a romantic gump who doesn't know who he is. Tragic, and y'all got kids under that freaking spirit.
All of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
But kids ain't enough. gave her the life and has kids and all that, she still want to pursue her own selfishness, man. But she said that at the very beginning. Did he know that at the very start, bro? That's just was tripping me out, man. Or did she play along like, oh, I want to be married? Something's off. I'm not buying it. Something is missing somewhere, man. The math ain't mathing. Because if he's chasing after her and pursuing her, that lets me know right off the rip that should have been your first sign right there. That you got to keep chasing her and keep trying to win her over and then wear her down. Where's my girl? Where my girl at? Where my girl at?
Nice guy who the woman isn't attracted to and who she never considered being with finally wore her the down until she said, ugh, fine, I guess. Because the attractive ones are putting me into a crazy, anxious cycle. And now that woman is bored and sexually unfulfilled.
Finally wore her the F down. And again, being an accomplished, high-value male, number one three-point shooter, all that stuff doesn't matter if she don't want your ass.
Just wait and take a deep dive analysis, looking at her different entrepreneurial endeavors, especially with the Sweet July website. We do not know if it has been a success or if a failure, but we gotta stop down and slow down to think twice. Where influence does not necessarily means that you're bringing in the big bucks. You gotta look at the budget books and has it bringing in enough in being unable to continue to be qualified as a successful business and a success.
She would have been another drop in the ocean. That shit wasn't going nowhere. Being a movie star, she's a dime a dozen. That wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't gonna happen. But again, that's what they want to do. They want to sit out there and they want to chase. And then when it doesn't work out, then I'm ready to get married after the fact. But this is what all of them are following nowadays. Those of you trying to look for a virtuous woman and think you're going to find something unique out there.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
It is what it is. Let me, what else we got here?
Social media career. Now, granted, Ayesha Curry's been a mother, cooking and cleaning and serving her husband. At least that's what we hope. But for her to say that her career has slowed down because she had to make the sacrifice in becoming his wife, I think that's an downright lie. All you gotta do is look on her YouTube page, put her in the search field and search her name. And what do you see? A lot of inactivity, especially about 5 to 6 years ago when she was trying to make herself known as a cook, creating cooking content, and even sharing her favorite recipes that you can find on her website, which looks to me possibly having last been updated in 2023.
And you speaking of that way about your marriage with this man, who, again, could have the pick of the litter, could have a woman who would have no problem putting her career to the side, throwing her career in the garbage, not doing anything else besides, sitting down and being quiet and being his wife, and basically saying that was, so far away from what you wanted, is going to make people look at Steph Curry and say, dang, bro, you got it hard out here.
I got to, because it's the same thing like Will Smith. And even Will Smith admitted it. I can be a big enough star. I can be a movie star. She'll come around. Will Smith even said that. Steph Curry, I think, is doing the same thing. I'm Steph Curry. I'm the man. I'm the number one three-point shooter. She'll come around. No, he should already have her bags packed, but he gonna double down on the nice guy romance chasing the fairy tale. And again, they belong together. They belong together, y'all. I can't just shit on her. Yeah, she's a piece of shit for going along with it, especially if she didn't tell him that up front. But her actions of him having to chase after her and pursue her and pursue her and pursue her to finally win her over, that to me spoke volumes. But he didn't see it. So I can't sit up here and just shit on her because they both belong together.
Steph Curry, he great basketball player. He never been in no outside trouble. People got a lot of respect for you as a man and as a player. You couldn't go around saying the same things about her that she say about your ass, okay? And what it looks like to all the dudes is like she talking down on you when you perfect. Like, this is the kind of man that all women want and say that. And
she didn't want it. She didn't want him. She didn't want him at the very start. That's why I can't shit on her, man. Again, lessons to be learned out here, gentlemen. You can't make that woman like you, bro. You can't, no matter how much lobster and champagne, no matter how accomplished you are. You like her more than she likes you, you're gonna have a bad time.
Take care of his kids. NBA champion.
What it comes down to is all about the appearances. It doesn't matter if she's actually made a success for herself, but it's the fact that her name is attached to a high status, high value man in Steph Curry. Ayesha is helping herself to the Curry name, leveraging it to go on different podcasts and embarrass him wherever she goes. Where the modern woman in the sisterhood is rallying right behind her immediately the moment she gets critiqued for talking so disrespectfully.
I have come to the conclusion that y'all just don't like her. And the only thing she did was speak her truth in her marriage. She said nothing wrong.
Y'all are some haters and y'all are jealous.
But I don't see why Ayesha Curry is wrong. I feel like she said nothing wrong. Like,
I genuinely just think people don't like that every word that comes out of her mouth isn't, I'm so lucky to be married to Steph Curry. Like, she has a life and businesses and children and like,
it's not authenticity that you seek out of these celebrities, because for Ayesha Curry to go on that podcast and say, when I first got with that man, this was not the life we planned. But you know what I didn't hear Ayesha say? I didn't hear her say that's not what I planned for, and oh my God, I have it, I hate it. Somebody come pick me up.
What the ladies fail to grasp is that her personal issues is not meant to be broadcasted for all to hear about their confidential family matters on the internet. Instead, it should be behind closed doors and in their private bedrooms. She thought her talent was pursuing career moves.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, man. Like I said, we're about 50 minutes in, but y'all get the point. Y'all get the point, man. She was what she was at the very start. And this is the rate boss level. That's why she's getting on here running her mouth and completely disrespecting that guy. This is what they do. If they do not respect you, they do shit like this. Jada Pink and all that. That's why they get on there bumping their gums. Because they don't respect it. She don't respect this guy. Doing this out here, and this dude knows this. He listened to that table talk with Jada Pinkett. He should have dropped her ass then, but he didn't do it. And then she did it again. She gonna do something else. She's gonna do something else because she didn't already push the goalposts further and further and further back. She gonna push it back even further. She gonna do something else. She might outright start fucking somebody. It is what it is, man. Lessons be learned here, man. Learn to love that man in the mirror. Get connected with the all, because you can sense the deception. If she's showing you that she's interested, but it's a freaking mask, and again, they got all that shit on her face. That's a freaking lie right off the rip. I don't know what dudes is completely ignore that when they get all that crap on their face. That's a lie. She's lying right there. It's deception. You'll be able to smell it if you're not lying to yourself. That's just my take. If you're still here, y'all let me know. Am I off base on this? Again, I can't just shit on. He's equally to blame for this, being in a spirit of delusion, as far as I'm concerned. That's just my take. This is my 2 cents. I know it ain't popular because I'm not just shitting on a woman 24/7.
Why you pulling me? I'm right.
It is what it is. But hey, man, this is most of these modern women. They've already bitten forth the fruit. They got their independence. Most of these women don't like most dudes. And if they are with you, it's a high probability she's just in survival mode. Just viewing you as a human wallet. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when your relationship's going to end. It is what it is. That's just my take. It is what it is. Survey says one more for the good guys. I'm out, good peoples. Laters.